Whether or not it's going to be Team Falcons or Tundra, we are about to find out as the teams make their ways out into the maps. Take a look at these facets. It's going to be the solar flare for the side of Falcons, which we kind of expected, right? You're running Whirlwind. The attack speed is pretty much good on all of these heroes.
Ammar ends up going leg day. He was spamming between the two. Maybe couldn't fully decide or just having a little bit of fun while he's waiting.
30 seconds to battle.
But I kind of like the idea. Helps him get on top of that Lina a little bit faster.
I think leg day is just really good for the lane. And like Brine Guard is really solid if you're playing against like multiple heroes that are going to be, excuse me, in melee range, because then you can get like Blink Crush onto multiple with the shard, and then you're looking at like, you know, 10, 15 extra armor on the Slardar when you do that. But I think in this game that's going to be very difficult to do. So, well, Ammar, not a good spot for him right now. They're going to try and get first blood on over to the Bat Rider. The Whitemon takes it with the blood grenade, though. That's a little awkward. Not the hero. I mean, getting it to either Pure or the mid lane Bat Rider would be massive. It's still a kill, though.
Yeah, I'm surprised he went for that. I feel like it's usually not worth it to risk that kind of move when you don't have the team with you, but either way, first blood over to like you said, Whitemon. Tusk is not a bad hero to get early levels and gold on.
Yeah, not at all.
All right, do you think Lina will have as good of a time this game?
Probably not. Whitemon just gonna go down. They're gonna taste his own medicine, dying to a blood grenade. I mean, Crit had like 10 stacks of his passive on him.
Yeah, that amplify from the innate is very strong.
I think overall they've addressed the Lina much better in this game than they did in the last game. Whether or not that translates into mid-late game, we'll see. But I do like the heroes much better.
I mean, at the least 9 class doesn't already have 3 kills, so that part's going better for you. And I think snaking on the Mirana, far more comfortable hero for him, but also much better at dealing with the Leshrac support. You're not melee and you have leap. So if you're ever really in trouble, like there, you're just going to leap away and then just poke back.
Yeah.
So you're not going to take nearly as much damage from Diabolic Edict. And Centaur won't be able to isolate you as well. Last game you had the Mars, God's Rebuke, and Spear can push you away from creeps to set up that Diabolic Edict.
Oh, Hurricane. That's always fun. Love to see that.
Diving Malrine.
Yeah, that's looking like a pretty dead Dragonite. Oh, wait, Dragon Tailed a creep? Oopsie.
Wonder, maybe intentional to try to get it killed off so the tower starts hitting.
Actually true.
But it might have still been better to stun the hero first.
I mean, he had 7 stacks of napalm on him. He might, like, the whole thing is Lestrac's just trying to, like, force him into the Bat Rider, right? He can't run away and take a whole edict on his own. So 9 class, again, with his rotations around the map on his Lestrac, already paying off.
One of the benefits of this hero, it's just so fast. Got a Windlace as well, so just sitting at 345 movement speed, these early rotations don't take nearly as much time as someone like Crystal Maiden walking over, or actually even the Mirana. She's at 285 move speed. Sagan's getting old, so just not as fast as he used to be.
Yeah, the anime took a lot out of him, I think.
He did so much work there. You know, no spoilers, but...
Sorry, you're not missing much anyway. God, that show sucked.
I liked it. I enjoyed it. Dragonite getting run down again. He's got 3 napalm stacks on him. Should be okay with this rotation coming in.
And that's
a lot of damage going in.
He gets some TPs out as well, which is big, right? Crit no longer having a TP for the mid lane. And Thompson can continue to just play aggressive, stacking up here against Malrine. And playing for the Power Rune here in a moment. The early boots pickup is really nice, and Malrine's forced to go like a boots rush himself, so it's slowing down his ability to get to like his double bracers and extra regen.
Yeah, I thought Thompson hit level 5 there. I thought he might consider a point in flame break to knock Malrine back to finish up the kill, but
Well,
maybe decide it's not worth adjusting his build like that.
Another
He's already
scan.
winning, so
He's like, I'm not falling for this Lesh rotation a second time.
it's a good read. But Leshrack's actually just wrapping around even deeper because of that, and it might still work.
Dude, do you think is that creep
these
wave
creeps are going to
spot him?
scout him now, so
Alright, a little smiley face from Malrine. I mean, the thing is when you're playing a hero like Centaur in this bottom lane, he's totally capable of sitting in this 2v1. Like, we saw this a lot when Monkey King 4 first started showing up and he was just courier sniping. Like, Centaur was like the go-to off laner with horsepower, just running around with multiple bracers, and he's chilling. Snake King in the mid lane. He's going to go ahead and take a little bit of Edict damage here, but does get the blink away. I think he saw the ward get placed. Nice grab in the top side, but Whitemon saves him with the drinking buddies. End up just getting a lot of
save
damage
himself,
out.
though.
No, I think if he gets a 4th stack, he's going to get popped. Yeah, very nicely done from Crit.
very nice. Lena's still farming decently, but actually managing to find some kills this time in that top lane will at least give you more of a game to play. Last time, it really felt they were just recovering for a lot of that early game. And especially the supports. That was a big thing last game, too. The supports ended up under-leveled for Falcons.
Yeah.
So far, getting kills should be looking better. Mid lane, drinking buddies into the lasso, pullback on Malrine. Dropping pretty low. Leshrack's here to party as well. This is a very dead Dragonite.
Shadow Demon does take the Power Rune away, which is nice, but
Radiant's middle tower is
yeah, this is kind of expected, right? You last picked this Bat Rider into a really advantaged lane, and they're punishing it so heavily.
It is giving some space to the side lanes, though. Like, we said Centaur can be left alone. You can, but you're still not farming as well as if you had heroes with you. Oh, trying to fix that now. Rotating top, getting a kill on Shadow Demon. Ammar should be okay.
Thompson, does he
No
care,
flame
though?
break.
middle tower is under
He has a crush, which he's going to have to use.
Shards in 5. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a little too long.
It's a lot of
In
slow.
the meantime, they're going to punish us, get the kill on the Centaur, which is pretty necessary because it looks like your Wisdom Rune's going to get stolen.
Well, is it? Snowball? Yeah, he does get it. Really well done from Whitemon.
Dire's middle tower is under
Thompson thinking about sticking around, but deciding, nah, he's just going to let it go. That's 5 stacks onto the Tusk. He's going to come out, get taken down by Ammar.
Snaking tried to steal the Wisdom Rune on the other side of the map off the Centaur kill, but that's what the others had already TP'd out to deal with. And it was close. It ended up being a click war for it, but Tundra comes out ahead again. 2 Wisdom Runes, which it won't be as bad this time because you are finding some kills on Falcons more than last game. But you are going to have that level advantage coming in here. You're going to have these ultimates just a little bit sooner, maybe a minute or two, in which you can try to find even more fights to start building a lead. It's a much closer game this time.
Absolutely. It's completely different, right? Like in terms of the strength for some of these heroes. Dragonite's gotten a little bit of recovery space here. Top lane, they are going to see Crit come in. Whitemon is here as well, trying to just push them away from that Power Rune. And with Drinking Buddies, oh boy, is that a fast kill. Stampede comes through as well. They can amplify damage on Pure. That's just going to be a lasso pulled right into the hands of the Lina. 3 kills around the map as they also take down the Wind Ranger on the bottom side.
are fortified.
That is
Really well
absolutely
done. They're even
huge.
looking for snaking.
They get a
Snaking
Snaking.
gets a return kill.
Oh, no. Okay, Snaking gets a return kill. All right, that's nice. They're going to get
Well,
him,
I should
though.
say he gets the kill first. Now Ramzes is technically getting the return kill. Or is he? He's actually no boots. He might not be fast enough.
Oh,
Shadow saves his life.
that's rough. That's a punish for sure, not having a point in double edge.
but understandable why he didn't because of how they've been playing. Leshrack's been leaving him alone, and Retaliate is the build to do if you just have to survive on your own.
Ooh, really nice Dragon Tail out. Split Earth, not available. 9 class, just gonna run down Malrine. No way. He's gonna get saved for the moment by crit. As the Blood Grenade comes back out the other way, I hear a Whirlwind somewhere. It's onto the Tusk, and Whitemon has a Walrus Punch and a Shards in 1 second. Might be able to make himself some space. He's actually out. Very sick. Oh!
Oh!
Skitter
What
gets
a
him on the
read.
power shot. Very well played.
Tusk tried to juke back, thinking the power shot was going to come down the obvious path, but Skitter predicted it. Very nice. We do see the struggle of Whirlwind early, which is it's not nearly as good at getting early kills. We see how long he has to chase that Tusk. But later, when you pick up items, it will be really good for team fights because you can hit more heroes. For now, it's mostly a farming tool.
This game is very close now. Marine trying to farm these triangle creeps. Thompson with the Stampede. The Drinking Buddy's coming through. Shard block right on the money. That is very nice. Marine will end up going down to this. Snowball's available, and they're going to look for crit here. Absolutely stunning him up. The lasso even committed to secure that one. They get themselves 2 nice kills bottom lane. Ramzes. Looks like he's going to be okay. As Thompson comes through. Flame break, not going to be able to help secure the, or not able to chase Snake King too far here. Remember everyone that today you have the opportunity still to join 1xBet with the promo code UNVRS3 and grab yourself a 100% deposit bonus. There's a pinned message in chat with all the information there. Snake King roam through the jungle, they see each other. Doesn't quite know about 9 class though. And they will sandwich him. Waits for the disruption, and here comes 9 class. Gonna run him down with the Edict. Able to close the gap pretty dang easily. Snake King needs to be careful, but Ammar comes in. A lot of damage from this Slardar. Marine as well. Thompson gonna try and offer some assistance, but the minus armor from this Slardar is just too much. They get themselves a couple kills. Great punish there from Falcons.
Quick response. It does mean Lina is being left alone again. We saw what happened last time when they gave space to Pure. But with the game going better and finding return kills like this, the blinks are coming online a lot faster than last game. Ammar needs about 200 gold. I believe Dragon Knights is being delivered right now. So you now have tools to try to smoke and find the Lina, whereas last game it was just way too hard to ever get on top of her. Thompson, no issues though. He doesn't even have a blink, but he's just been running at people and flame breaking them.
Does end up tanking there. He's gonna get the. Oh, that was a good play there from the supports. They just denied that arcane rune over to the Bat Rider.
Thompson's a blink on the way too, so we'll see who can get more done with their blinks first.
Well, first one's put to good use as they take down 9 class. Now looking for Ramzes. Does have a Blade Mail and Stampede. He's going to pop the Blade Mail for now. Turn around with a nice stomp. Snaking needs to be careful. The Laguna comes out from Pure. They've got him. And Snaking taking a lot of damage there, but Ammar gets on top of Pure, finishes the job, and Ramzes will go down as well. A 3-for-2 bloodbath in this bottom lane, and now you gotta consider Roshan as an objective here fairly soon with this Slardar.
It's a little harder without focus fire, but I think you're right. I think as long as you have Slardar, it's doable. But maybe you need a little bit more convincing win in a team fight before you feel comfortable doing it. It's a very close game. It could easily backfire in the time it takes you to do the Roche this early.
Man, 13 to 14 at just the as we approach the 14-minute mark. Very high kill game already. As Gleipnir will be done soon on the Wind Ranger, as well as the level 2 ult, which is a pretty substantial increase for this hero. The cooldown scales so well with this, and like the lower cooldown, it means you can farm so much easier, right? You can just throw it on the ancient camps, you can throw it in the triangle, just to amplify your farm speed.
Dire are scanning.
Yeah, it'll take time before it reaches that full threat in a team fight where you have like 2 seconds to react or your whole team's dead.
We're looking for Skitter. There it is, the Blink Lasso out from Thompson. The Walrus Punch is there, and Skitter safe for the moment, but Stampede comes in. No way he actually gets out of this, does he? Whirlwind's out. They're just going to be able to stomp them up here with Ammar. They didn't have the damage, and they get themselves 2 kills in return.
That's one
Great
of the
TP
strengths of
response.
Gleipnir, why it's so popular, it is so much health, 350 health once he finishes that Gleipnir. He also has that Seeds of Serenity for extra health. So this Universal Wind Ranger, very tanky.
Oh, Pure finishes off Snaking very easily, but now Ammar able to turn it around, finish him up with the help of Skitter, and Ramzes in some trouble as well. There is a Breathe Fire, but it's slightly off the mark. Looking for the power shot, not going to connect. You see 9 class, and you still have the Slardar available, so you can continue to poke and prod in these fights. Oh, mid lane.
Thompson in the river.
Oh, he's dead.
He's so dead. Nice stun from Ammar into the shackle shot. See, this is the danger of all chatting Falcons in the last game. They're hitting their stride now. They're feeling the all chat. It's a power up for Falcons.
I mean, it's such a night and day performance for the Slardar, right? Like last game, it was a little bit awkward for him trying to get into these fights, but now Ammar is super farmed, and he is just any hero he sees, he's able to just like set up a kill on Ramzes bottom lane, gets the stomp off, gonna try and make it through the gate. That is not happening. Dragon Tail comes out from Maureen at the perfect time, and Ramzes will be forced to pop the Stampede.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Ramsey is going for a Crimson Guard next. That is going to be really good. There's a lot of right-click damage coming out of Falcons. And maybe once you finish that, you can look for a fight.
It always helps really well against the Whirlwind, but eventually Whirlwind outscales it, and I think that's the scary thing, right? Because your Gleipnir is just proccing onto everybody in those fights, and you just have the Gleipnir active as well to hold these heroes down in place.
You also have Demonic Purge on Shadow Demon to remove it from at least one hero. Probably the Lina, I'd say. Maybe the Bat Rider, like whoever you care about killing first, depending on the situation.
Nice snowball. Demonic Purge does come out. Do they have the damage finish off Skitter? Great disruption, but 9 class still has a stomp, but a blink stun out from Maureen. Pure is here on the side. They really want to finish this Wind Ranger, and they will do it. Lasso actually committed just in case. Ammar comes in, sets up a nice stun onto 2, but they don't have the follow-up. Pure, he's a little bit low. They get him. Snowball on through from Whitemon. Crit just burning down on the high ground. A 3 for 2 at the moment. Ramsey's trying to close the gap. He dodges the stun, but he gets him. Oh my goodness. Crit gonna get out, pops him with the poison at the end, and Ammar with the chase looking for Whitemon. He's gonna have him. Snowball for the moment, but you can't get away from this Slardar. He is too dang fast, and it's all 5 dead on Tundra. That lasso ends up being really costly.
Is under attack.
It's such a scrappy fight. Look how much damage is done in this fight. It's 18 minutes in, but all 5 heroes for each team are in this fight.
They're not done.
They might find Thompson too.
I mean, you can't get away from Ammar right now like this.
Yeah, especially with that Demonic Purge on top. There's no way. This is BKB already done for Ammar. He's having such a better game, and after that fight, he actually climbs to the top net worth. So it's so cool to see the difference between Game 2 and Game 3, where Slardar just did not perform. It's like, why'd you pick Slardar versus Lina? But now we see it. Now that he's having a better game, he's able to get to the Lina, and Lina just has to run. Otherwise, the negative armor is destroying her. The bashes are controlling her up. She only has 12 armor, so Corrosive Haze is removing everything, putting her into the negative, and we see her getting chunked down in these fights.
That very awkward double sentry drop there. That hurts. I think the other thing, too, is, like, there's no Sven here, right? The Solar Crest and the War Cry was giving people so much mobility and armor to kite this Slardar around, and it's just not happening in this fight. Like, you cannot get away from this guy. So they're going to look for the Roshan, and we knew this was coming eventually with the Slardar. Like, we kind of thought last game they might be the ones that could stall it out, get themselves Rosh, but ended up losing a fight. Tundra took it. Not this time.
Yeah, it's last game with that Sven, and he took the shard. It's an extra 18 armor plus a physical barrier plus movement speed to run away. It's very different in these early fights because he'd have that max at this point. He would have level 8 War Cry. So losing 18 armor is a very big difference when fighting a Slardar.
Ooh, again, the ward, this time scouting. Whitemon. And I do like that Ammar's just going for the AC next. I don't know if he has a shard yet. I don't think so, but he might be picking that one up somewhat soon. Real quick, everybody, make sure that you are following or subscribed to Fissure Studios here on YouTube and Twitch, as we appreciate them putting this tournament together. Ramzes not going to be super stoked on that one. Tries to TP out. There just happens to be crit. Wrapping around with a deep ward placement, and they get a free kill there. That's into the Tormentor Steel. This is actually a sick move.
Tormentor Steel and Dragon Knight's already TP'd bottom for Batrider. If he can find it, his team can now connect. Okay, quick escape from Batrider, though. Otherwise, that would have been really cool, because you're going to see the Tormentor break, and you're going to think, oh, I need to get away now. But Dragon Knight's already going to be on top of you, and that's when the team's going to be TPing it. So nice try from Falcons. Didn't quite get it. Good read from Thompson. But they do get the shard. And who did that go to? Crit. That's a nice one to have.
What can I say? Nature loves me.
With that, you're much safer from the Batrider. You can remove a lot of the building napalm stacks. And, oops. A sacrifice must be made. He's going to get the shard for himself, though. An extra pounce. Maybe not the best as a support. But at least you still stole Tundra's shard, so in a sense, it's a second shard your team wasn't really supposed to have, so it's not a huge deal if it's not the best. At least you're not having to deal with Split Earth or like the upgraded ice shards. Lina BKB, Mech on Tusk, picking up some tools to fight. I think you gotta wait for the Batrider BKB, and then maybe you can look for something, but it is into Aegis, and what was a very even game for so long has very quickly become a 9k gold difference off of Aegis and then the double Tormentor play. We see it be so impactful in many games.
Dude, double Tormentor is always, a huge deal. Like, it's always the team that is, like, really far ahead that can pull it off, and it just makes it feel so much worse.
Pub players, embrace that. Double Tormentor, great play. Early Roshan, great play.
Jungle creeps. Fun.
Not as good.
I like hitting creeps. That's why I play Dota.
Is under attack.
Scan from Tundra. Finds this smoke play. Should be careful. They're positioning quite well around this tier 2 and this high ground.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Yeah, I mean, they know something's up, right?
Is under attack.
They're going to wrap around, look for someone on the top side. Again, a nice movement there from Shadow Demon. Skitter will finish off the tier 2, it looks like.
Hobson's got his BKB. He does have that Witchblade you were talking about queued up.
Does he? Okay, good. I legitimately think it is a very good item for him this game. It's just not something you can go very early. Blink Lasso, they've managed to catch the Wind Ranger. 30 seconds left on the Aegis. It's going to get popped. So the question is, can you take the fight or do you back without your Lasso? That's probably as much as you can get done.
You didn't use too many spells for that. So maybe you can fight if needed, if need be, but no Lasso does hurt your initiation quite a lot because Ramzes is still a few hundred gold off of his blink. There's no real way to start fights.
Just walk at them menacingly. Malrine just working down this tower slowly but steadily.
They're actually just watching him do it. They know they can't. Like, if you try to run in, you're running into a Shadow Demon.
As like, if they can bring this wave away from the tower so that it doesn't break backdoor protection, it's fine. Cool, and they stall it out. That's actually really good for Tundra. That slows up the game a little bit, but they smoke immediately after, and now we're going to see Falcons try and find a pick off here. Dude, if they get pure on this Lina, oh boy.
Best kill they could find. He has a BKB. He might be able to get out in time, but there is a Slardar here with a Bash primed, so
they have the
very
deep ward too. They're gonna go all the way around. Yeah, they're gonna make it plenty in time. They're so fast. The drums pop as well. There's the pop of the solar flare, and there was a Lina there a moment ago, just instantly killed.
Didn't even have a moment to BKB.
Yeah, Ammar is a huge problem for them now. I mean, he's been a huge problem, but he is level 17, the Blink, the Echo, the BKB. He's just very difficult to kill in the first place, but he is a massive threat onto these heroes as well.
It's going to be the tier 2 tower for Falcons. Doesn't look like Tundra has any interest in contesting it. I think they actually had just smoked as that Lina was getting killed. I think they were hoping to connect on that Lina and try to make a play, so in the end they just used their smoke to go push out other lanes, which does not feel good. That's all the tier 2s. Almost cleaned up the mid tower, less than half, so they can pick that up pretty easily. Ooh, fast blink from Crit.
Yeah, they're going to Stampede as well. The Laguna committed to take down the Miranda. They're trying to find a better lasso target, so Thompson holds off at the moment. But let's see if they can find one now. Skitter would be the absolute best case find. They do have a high ground ward. It's going to give him some time to go up on in, and he's going to get vision for the moment. He gets the lasso, the blink, the stomp out from Ammar, but the crush comes through as well. They're trying to finish off this this Slardar, but here comes the whirlwind from Skitter, and the damage is just so overwhelming. The blade mail, you will respect it for the moment, but in comes Malrine. The shackle is out, and they will have plenty of damage to finish off that Centaur.
That White Mon. I don't think they know Lina's here. Maybe he didn't see White Mon? It is nighttime. Thought he was close enough.
He did see him for a glimmer of a second. Snaking's gonna find him now, it looks like. Ooh. Arrow's gotta connect. Yeah, there's no way to dodge that one.
Crit's found Pure in the back, though.
He's gonna have to BKB this, but Slardar's gonna be able to just run him down, I think. Yeah, look at the damage, dude.
Instant.
This is why we were talking about the Slardar into the Lina and how different the draft, or how like just a few heroes changes in the draft, and it's a completely different performance.
This tower's falling so quickly.
Yeah. Solar Flare, right? Oh no, they didn't pop it. But still.
They're just farmed at this point.
Yeah, they just have a lot of damage.
Mid tower's being hit by creep, so you can head over there too. Lina's still dead for 40 seconds. She has buyback. You really don't want to have to use it at this point. You need as much gold as possible on your carry, because you see they have damage issues. They jump the Wind Ranger, Slardar pops BKB and goes to counter initiate, and with BKB and a puddle, he was taking almost no damage versus 4 heroes.
Yeah.
So if you have to buy back on this Lina, I mean, you're just even poorer. You're lacking. I don't know, what's she even trying to go? She's going for a Link, and she feels she needs it, but you're still gonna have damage issues then.
Does that tower burn to the I thought it might burn down to the
Is under attack.
jungle item there. Thompson top lane running away from Ammar here. Gonna go for the TP. Gleipnir's out.
Long-range
Oh, he did not know about that one. Shackle comes through and a quick double tap.
Fast.
Yeah, I mean, this is the difference, right? You don't have a way to cancel the minus armor this game. In mid lane, they find Pure once again. This game has fallen apart. Ramzes comes in. He's going to try and maybe clean up the wave, but Dragon Tail is out. The Mirana there to do plenty of damage. Nice drinking buddies to save him for the moment. Disruption, though. Pulls him right back down. Arrow actually off the mark, but the Dragon Tail is not. And finally, crit will pop him. Yeah, I mean,
I think that's it.
I don't know what you can do in this game.
Because you're about to get the mid lane here. You have 30 more seconds, and the top wave is pushed in.
Solar
I think this is
Flare.
megas. Yeah, why not? Speed this up, right?
His middle barracks is falling.
Maybe in scripts. Dude, okay, the all chat has been so good in this series. Oh my goodness.
Dire's
All
I'm
right.
telling you, it's dangerous to all chat Falcons. You're engaging in their game.
It's
You've got megas at 30.
I-
Is there hope for Tundra?
no, not really. I think realistically, like the only way you get back into this game is if Falcons decide to take like a team shower in the fountain or something, you know, and they all feed
I mean,
that
they
way.
might to drop mantles. Like, you know, maybe there's a chance flame break some of them, lasso them in.
They could. Yeah, it's gonna be rough. Roshan's up. This'll die in a matter of like seconds. Well, instead, they're just gonna smoke across. The scan from the Dire doesn't connect, but there's actually a ward here that's gonna pop. The smoke goes in. Lasso comes out. They get the nice catch there onto the Wind Ranger, but guess what? The disruption's there, and here comes Whirlwind, baby. Good luck getting away from this. Pure getting ran down from Ammar. The GG comes out a little preemptive, but yeah, I think this one done and dusted. Way too much physical damage. And this is what I was talking about in the draft last game. Get your